I love your background, Maitreya. That she picked up my soul in India. So somewhat kindred spirits, but all the more I find it very important that we collectively as humans realize right now that our thoughts and our feelings are filtering energy into the big Gaia sphere, into the big planetary sphere. I'm sure you know of the experiments that they've done with the meditation groups, the TM meditation groups in America, where they had thousands of meditators meditating, and they measured the crime rates going down in the large cities by a huge percentage. Maybe you're aware of those studies? And what we can do, and what I truly have studied for the last 40 years, is how our minds are interlinked with the big cosmic universe. And is it possible that whoever has their mic not muted, can you mute your mic? Because I keep hearing like there's a background noise all the time going on. That is awesome. Thank you so very much, kindly. That our consciousness is interacting with our daily life. Not only yogis in the mountains had the power. When we go into that really still place, the universe starts also listening to us. We're opening up to the universe, and the universe starts listening as well, because it is living through our eyes. It's living through its own eyes. We are the eyes of God. We're its own eyes, its own hands, and we have the power of focus to help shape the passage of time. So just like in the studies that they did with TM, where more harmony was put into the world that you have just contributed by 21 days of intense regular meditation, tonight I would like to invite us all to dream of a healed, a biosphere that we live in harmony with as humans. And I'm going to guide us through a technique that you can apply to any of problems in your daily life. You can, what it is, it's realizing that everything is a dream. Everything we encounter is like a dream, but it is pretty real, right? I mean, if we are hungry, we really feel it. Or if a tree gets cut down, it really gets cut down. So what we're going to do tonight collectively is take our attention and go into the global net above the planet and look for an area that speaks to us, or an aspect, and dialogue with it through the process I'm going to guide you in. It's a guided meditation to find out what the most beautiful, fulfilled future would look like if we as humanity manage to live in harmony with our resources and our planet Earth in a responsible way. So I would like to I'll be sharing some background music. I'm going to see if they were, namaste, welcome to the Maitreyas. Okay, got you. If everything I think is set to go, you're accustomed to this, I'm going to share some background music. 1 second, I have to click on share computer sound, and then I'm going to set it to a... Can you still hear the music and my voice talking? I mean, okay, good, perfect. Then I'll still set this for larger. And I'm going to start. I know you all came out of meditation. Would you please join me in just a moment of invoking the guidance of your innermost sacred guidance system, whether that's the divine, God, any being, any master being that you like to work with. If we could just go into our own prayer to say, guide all thoughts and visions in the next guided meditation to be in the highest alignment with what is true for you, or better. And whatever we offer into the divine circuit around the earth, the thought mantle around the earth with our meditation prayer, let it be of the highest. And if the divine sees fit to utilize our thoughts in prayer, so be it. If there are any flaws in our thinking, let it be improved and automatically made even better. And I'd like to invite you to start with 1 minute of a yogic breath. Holding one nostril, breathing in deeply, light into your third eye. Holding the breath, breathing out through the other nostril. Taking 1 minute in silence just to follow your breath. But focusedly, just if you want to join me in that, I will be quiet and doing the yogic breath. Holding one nostril, breathing in deeply. Holding that light in your third eye, and then gently breathing out. Holding that breath, and then breathing through the same nostril in again. And going in your own rhythm. Bringing great amount of oxygens into your system, but also calmness. This reduces the cortisol levels in a fraction of a time. Balances feel-good hormones. And in your mind, in your heart, go to a beautiful place just to get started. It could be a place of peace, a place of your choice, of your imagination, in nature, in a magical spot. And just for a moment, enter in your imagination, in your mind, such a beautiful place. It can be high in the mountains in the Himalayas, near a sacred temple. It can be at the beaches, wherever you wish. Look even deeper into your place of peace as you walk slowly towards the center and feel the ground underneath your feet. What does the ground feel like? What does the air feel like around you? And as you look deeper to the center of your place of peace, just notice how the light is even more brilliant. And as if there is a shaft of light at the very center of your place of peace. And let yourself come closer and closer to this brilliant center light within your place of peace. And notice what this feels like to you as you get closer to that light. Just imagine that each one of us in this meditation group, in different parts all over the world or in India, each are in our sacred center. And as if within that column of light, you could put your attention a little bit higher, as if you could rise in your frequency to an octave higher, changing your form and light as you do. Allow yourself to become even more brilliant than you already are. Reaching into a finer expression of yourself. How would you change, or what would that feel like as you enter that even more brilliant cosmic consciousness of yourself? What colors surround you, if there are colors, or how does it feel to you in yourself to be in this vibration, becoming this vibration as your higher octave of yourself? and as if you could become a diamond light, like a star above your crown chakra, maybe 30 centimeters above or half a meter above or out in space. Just put all your attention on one brilliant point beyond time and space. And allow yourself to enter in that brilliant diamond beyond time and space. Maybe there is one understanding that comes to you, or one message from the universe, a word, one sentence, one feeling that is important for you right now. What would it be? And then let's start looking at our planet Earth from this vantage point. There is humanity. There is the earth, Gaia, a breathing, living sphere with intelligent life on it everywhere. And there are the humans, multiplying, becoming more, all wishing to have a good life. And as you look onto the sphere, the blue ball of light, just let your gaze travel across the earth. Maybe it's to an area that attracts your attention. Maybe it's the rivers. Maybe it's the ice caps. Maybe it's the oceans. Maybe it's the animals. Maybe it's the humans. Something where you feel like it's really calling for help. Is there something that looks like it's not as brilliant as it maybe could be? And I'm going to just be silent for a moment for us to just each embrace the world with our glance and just let an area speak to us that you would like to help tonight and make it even more brilliant or improve it by finding out what its fulfilled future would look like if it were brilliant, healed, and expressing God's light to the fullest. Allow yourself a minute of silence now to just sense the field, the energy around the world. It could be also a political field. What part of the earth has a color that looks like it needs more shining light? Just pick any aspect that you care about. It could be the plastic in the ocean. It could be the dolphins. It could be a country. It could be a new evolution. And for now, I'd like you to just pick something as you allow your thoughts to settle on one area, one thing that you would like to help improve. Because we are the dreamers, not only of our personal lives, but of our collective life as well. What we decree in our expectations is the kind of world that we will draw towards ourselves or into our lives. If we complain about everybody being dumb like children, that's who we will see. That's what they will act like. If we see the genius in them, that's what they will become. Let's do that with planet Earth and with our humanity on it as we go through this process that finds out the full potential and the highest expression of something that right now may not look so brilliant. And I'd like you to just take your finger and point to the area around the globe, and it may be an area of people, a political situation, an earth balance situation, like a natural phenomena, and just point to it for a moment, as if you could point with your finger to that area where you see something being a little bit out of balance. As if you could look at the globe. Could you just point to it? Okay. And in your mind, just become aware as you're looking at this part of the world, whether it has an energy that doesn't feel as brilliant, or a color, or a feeling. What is it that you're noticing that is not as brilliant? It could be the massive amounts of rains as well. It could be rivers. It could be animals. Just choose one. And say, I choose inwardly. Just become aware of what it is you choose to focus on for right now. And while you're thinking of it or looking at it, just notice how that part of the world is feeling like. And if that had a color, what color would it have? Is it a large area that has this color, or a small area? If it had a shape, what shape would that have, that energy, that feeling, that area? Symbolically represented, what would it look like if you could make it up? And I'd like you to ask a dialogue with this energy that may not be as brilliant yet. Just find out what it's been doing so far, and it doesn't have to be anything positive. And can you ask this energy, this shape, this color, this symbol, if it could truly be, or have, or become, what it actually really would like to be or become? What would that be like? And if that could have the brilliance or the goodness expressed of its deeper underlying wish, what would that be? And if this wish in its fulfillment, in its beautiful expression, would have a shape or a color or a symbol that may have already come to you, or is, you can pick, what color would it have? Or what shape or symbol could express this wish fulfilled in its beautiful form, symbolically expressing the highest expression of what it really would like to be? colors, forms, shapes, what word would come with this? And I'd like you just in your mind, just point to that area where that vision feeling is, that new energy. You can physically point to it or in your mind point to it. Just so you know where that is located in your energy field. And now I'd like you to return for a moment your attention to the area or the image that expressed the not so nice current state, where something was amiss or needed help, how it started out. And thank that energy, that image, for having tried the best that it could. Just appreciating it for having at least contained a more beautiful wish within itself for a higher expression, trying as it might not quite being there right now, but nevertheless having tried to express itself. And can you ask this energy, this quantum field of unexpressed potential, can you ask it if it is willing to become that which it really would like to become in its highest potential, in its beautiful expression? Would it be willing to become that? And then go ahead and let that old energy expression that you started your journey with become absorbed into the new form and expression of its truest, deepest wish fulfilled, its highest expression. And let it become completely absorbed into that new expression, new light of what it truly actually in its deepest till you can feel all the aspects becoming vibrantly expressed in that new energy, till all the fibers of the old expression become absorbed in the new form. And allow the remembrance of you at that moment when we were in that higher octave of your energy being to come into your center again, into your center awareness, as you allow the expression of this new symbol to be with you in the new earth, within you in your new higher octave. And offer this new dream to the source, the divine, thanking the previous expression and allowing this new field touch the entire globe, all of humanity, all nature, and offering your gift of dreaming the earthen or the aspect that you have chosen into a healed state, into a beautiful expression. Let it touch the entire sphere of our life, our planet, and feel what it feels like when it becomes integrated into the energy matrix of our entire planet. I'm going to ask you, are you willing to live in that higher expression? Are you willing to see the success of beauty, of harmony? Are you willing to enter that world? And just notice what it feels like in your cells, in your light body, to hear that question and your answer resonating inside of you. And if your answer is yes, step even more deeply into that vibrant matrix of the planet Earth in which that vision is so. Asking the divine source to support this or create an even better version thereof. And imagine how all of us who are participating here tonight, how we each are contributing to entering into a higher matrix of what we call the planet Earth, calling forth the higher expression of a given aspect that is dear to your heart. Seeing the harmony, peace, and beauty evolve, touching all of the beings on the planet and all life forms, the rocks, the water, the air, fire, the earth. And just imagine how each one of us is holding a divine matrix in our consciousness. And honor each one as you can imagine as being these beams of great dreaming masters, holding purity in the field and being willing to walk in heaven on earth. And if you're willing to live in that world, you can take a deeper breath, gently breathing in deeper. Wiggling your fingers gently, starting to move your body. Bring that matrix of your higher frequency expression into this room where you are. Stretching your arms, breathing in more deeply, wiggling your toes. Moving your neck. And start feeling as you gently maybe open your eyes that the matrix of the world that you saw inside is actually also vibrantly noticeable in front of you. We create continuously, whether we are aware of it or not, with our subtle unconscious expectations, beliefs, expectations of what we think life is like. And there are many millions of multiple choices and universe possibilities that we can focus on. And each one of us contributes to the focus of what becomes real. You contribute to the resolution and the expression of harmony in every thought that you create and that you hold to be true about life. Matter is not matter. It is energy and thought in motion. So let us all every day, or maybe once a week, contribute in holding the potential of something that is dear to us in a beautiful, wholesome expression. Maybe a solution that will come to earth to one area that you do. I've done these experiments, I've helped people do these experiments, and whatever you can maybe hold for a year and be in the field just for 5 minutes. Just imagine that your expectation of perfection of planet Earth, humanity in it, and nature in it becomes true. That will start becoming true. And you will start seeing results happening around you, your news confirming that the dream of your choice, that heaven on earth that you choose to focus on, is gently becoming your reality. Being a spiritual being is not only being completely still and being connected to your source as soul and then connected to the divine source, but it's also being the eyes and hands of God. We are that which shape, whether we want to or not. Every action we do, every plastic bag we buy, every food we eat contributes to the greater dream, and so does every thought. So we might as well put it to good use. Focus on the expression of harmony and peace in alignment with the higher dimensions, the divine source. Namaste. Over to you, Namit.
Thank you so much, Ilona. Like, it was a treat for our soul having you on board, on the last day of our meditation, and having such a journey that is very difficult even to express through words. I think it's like writers like you only can write about the journey, and we are very, very much in nascent state to even to express how we feel about feeling such vibrations and such frequencies. So thank you so much, and thank you so very much on behalf of whole Maitreyas International to impart the knowledge and to feel bliss and to make us feel the bliss.
And we all can contribute continuously. We all are masters. And I believe all of you are connected with Patriji, right? Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yes. You know how he says, be the Buddha. It's basically saying, be the end result of the fulfillment, not always saying, yes, someday, like a donkey who has the carrot in front of it, right? Always trying to catch the carrot. It's like, become that which you envision to become. And we can apply the same thing for being on earth in a healed state. We can be contributing to creating the hologram of our highest choice, of our highest capacity. See, many of us, and it's easy to feel downtrodden with what we imagine to be the real world out there, but in reality, what it is, it's a continuous reflection of what our mastery is about. So let's contribute our greatest mastery not only to our personal evolution, but to also see that everyone around us is an expression of that divine spark, and we can live in harmony. We can get the right intuition. We can get the right values and be guided by those in our daily life. Thank you.
Talking about master, I would like to request our master, Shruti Maitreyas, who formed this Maitreyas International and who is the founder.
Okay.
And so to have the word, and please, ma'am, please, on behalf of whole Maitreyas, I would like you to say a few words on that.
Thank you so much, Namiji, and welcome to Maitreyas International, Ilona. I'm really so very happy to have you here. It's such a great pleasure meditating with your guidance. It's so blissful when you're meditating. It's like I'm receiving that tremendous energy and I'm totally connected. Thank you so much. Yes, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, I am. Yes, thank you very, very much. I saw you and I saw your light shining, and I think, we all do our best, but I'm very grateful to you creating such an outreach and for all of us to come together. And I hope that everybody was able to, at least for a moment, conceive of all of us being these brilliant light beams on this planet, each contributing and having that honor of all of us in our heightened state together here on this platform. Thank you.
My body is vibrating still, and I could still sense the higher energies. And thank you, gratitude for everything you have done today.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
not
you
an
for
easy
having
job.
It's you
Yes.
that I'm grateful for. Thank you.
So we're looking forward to collectively do many things together in creating the consciousness on this Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes. It's over to you. I think maybe well, I don't know your platform and what you would like to do. I was asked to do about a meditation of 35 minutes, so I timed it about that so that we are staying within the time frame of the hour in honor of everybody's late evening, right? No, it's 6 o'clock. It's not as late as normal. Okay, right, because it's 9:30 here. So thank you very much. I got up early. I had to do an online teaching with another international group. So thank you very much for that.
Yes, thank you so much.
Are there any thoughts? I mean, anything that anybody would like to contribute, any wisdom, any insights that would like to share?
Yes.
I don't know if you do that.
ఎవరైనా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ని షేర్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారా, ఏదైనా చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నారా? Vaishnavi, you can take the lead. Yes, please share your experience of wisdom.
Yeah, namaste, madam. Ilona. I have experienced bliss that is beyond good and bad, and what bad or every action contributes to the higher source. That I really felt very happy, and I also felt the vibration that is beyond the things maybe that is everywhere, not just in me or in some animal. It is everywhere. So I was able to feel to some extent, and very happy to be here experiencing this all. And thank you very much, ma'am. And if anyone wants to share experience, please
Yes,
raise your hand.
yes. Ilona, here we are meditating for World Health and Peace from the past almost 150 days. And
Awesome.
we are trying to reach out through 3 million people sitting together and meditating for World Health and Peace. And so we
Wow.
have the project leads who are just 40 years old and 19 years old. So let us have a word with them as well. Yes, and she is Ramya Maitreya. Yes.
Good evening, ma'am. And I really feel very happy to have you on this platform. And you really made us to know the energies, frequencies which is coming onto the earth. Like we really felt very happy with all the vibrations, and my whole body was vibrating from the starting second of the meditation till now, and it's continuing now. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Any wisdom that you would like to share and your insights about shifts? I can tell you I've written numerous books about the subject. I studied with amazing quantum thinkers in 1980s and the 80s and trained and understood that although I was meditating since I was 17, what I realized is that what we think about, even in our deep subconscious, is what materializes, and that we cannot just think that I'm soul, but we also have to address all the parts in us that are not as luminous and find out what they really want, even if it is noise, trash, dirt. There is a story that was published in the book with Jack Canfield that I co-authored. Jack Canfield, who wrote the book Chicken Soup of the Soul. And I lived in Hawaii for 12 years, and we used to come there in the winter months. We lived on the mainland on an island north of Seattle. And we came one time, and when we arrived, after having taught many, many seminars, I found 3 trash cars right on our road, and we lived right on the sanctuary of a national forest. So it was only a road of 100 meters. And on that road, they had put 3 old trash cars. If you could mute, if whoever has their phone unmuted, if you could mute, thank you. And if, so these 3 trash cars were there, right? So I'm like going, God, what did I do? I don't deserve this. I need to live in heaven on earth, and this doesn't look quite like that. So I greeted my neighbor woman, an old lady, and she said, oh, I had already called the municipalities and the police, and nobody's doing anything about it. It was Hawaii, and in Hawaii, they used to just leave old cars on the side of the road to rust. So I sat down. As soon as we came in, we unpacked our luggage into our home. I sat down in my meditation room, and I felt into myself how I felt about this situation, which was very frustrated, disturbed, angry, and sad. And I felt this heaviness inside of myself. So this is a natural reaction, right? When something isn't beautiful, then it's like, oh God, what, it's so sad. It's so, what can I do? And my neighbor had already called all the agencies that could do something. So I went and realized that all of creation has something to do with me. And I communicated with that heavy, sad feeling inside of myself, angry, heavy, sad. And I saw it as an energy of a red, dark, brownish thing. And I asked it what it really wanted. And it said it really wanted to have a clean road. And as we're talking about a healed earth, this is the same process. The clean road. I said, oh, great, that's really beautiful. Thank you. What would that look like if it already was there? See, I didn't use my logical left brain to go, well, it's dirty now, it's going to stay that way. She already called the police and the municipalities. It's not going to change, dear. I said, what would it look like? And I created an alternate reality image. And it looked beautiful and clean and pristine. And this one obviously was the heavy, sad feeling about it not being pristine. So I thanked this one, just like I asked us to thank the darker energy around the earth or whatever you picked. And I said, thank you for wanting to have something so pristine. And I said, would you be willing to become this energy? And gratitude towards even something as heavy as a sad feeling or angry feeling gives this negative energy the possibility to raise itself and to give up its own energy into a higher expression. So it said, sure, thank you for appreciating me. You know, okay, so what would it be if you already became that which you all wanted to be, the clean street? And it became a unified field image of a clean street. A feeling entered my body of happiness and well-being. The first state would be a clean feeling in my own psyche, in my own emotional body. My light was shining, my love was flowing, and I was grateful. I was able to do that because I had done, I read by that time probably 25 years of experiments already, of realizing that in deep meditation, when we raise the potential, when we become the Buddha, when the earth becomes purified, when humanity becomes capable of listening to the higher guidance and lives from higher principles, when my street is clean and is already the heaven on earth expression, I feel better. I did hear a crunchy noise in the background, and it was like a background noise that said, oh, maybe somebody's coming, doing something with those cars. But at any rate, the cars, I didn't know what happened with them. I just kept meditating. And that night we had to go shopping for food, and Dawn and I went town, and I forgot to look what happened with the cars. But when we came back, we drove into our street, and would you believe it? All 3 cars were gone. All 3 junk cars were gone. The old junk cars that had been left there, that my neighbor had tried to get rid of for 3 months, were now suddenly gone. And that's the power of co-creating heaven on earth. You can assume that what you see is a reflection of part of you, or that if you are willing to look at what isn't working right and elevate it into its enlightened state, you are the agent, the eyes and ears and hands of God that create heaven on earth. So I encourage you. This technique is based on a lot of psychological therapeutic techniques that were developed by Dr. Vern Wolf. And then I've been teaching it since 1991 worldwide into all languages: Chinese, Czechoslovakian, German, English, Spanish, French, all over the world, all continents. This technique can be taught to children, adults, to PhDs. Everybody can understand the power of consciousness at entering the quantum field of co-creation, and we are responsible co-creators. And I thank you for having this platform, reaching 3 million people to get this message out. I hope you have it recorded. I don't know, I didn't see if it was recorded, but it would be great to have some of these meditations possibly made available to people so they can pass it around and do it at home whenever they feel like it, at a time when they want to focus on a solution. So thank you for giving me that opportunity, and I'm grateful to have you here. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste. As you said, like, we have been all experimenting the same kind of techniques in a very different way. And now, as you said, it's time to work on things in a psychic way, to drop off all your logical thinking and to look at things in a different way, beyond the normal logical mind, So we have been also experimenting in the same way. Even our kids, even our kids are experimenting this way. It's a different way of perceiving things. It's a different way of solving our problems. It's a different way of merging ourselves, our darkness, into light, giving energy to that darkness itself, saying that with the gratitude, with the love, and transforming that negative energy into the positive energy for our highest being. So we totally agree with you and totally resonate with you. And thank you so much.
Actually, I have an app in Hindi. It's Ravi. It's called Ravi. It's on Android, I believe Apple too, in Hindi. It teaches children how to use this technique with their negative emotions or their fears, their hopes, their dreams. It's on available in English as well as in Hindi. In Hindi, the app is called Ravi, R-A-V-I, like the sun. And in English, it's called Alan Learns to Use His Imagination. It's available for adults as well. You can read the stories, and it has guided meditations for children in there to utilize their mind to solve their own emotional problems, or you as a parent can guide them through it. So in Hindi, it's called Ravi, R-A-V-I, and in English, it's called Alan, like A-L-I-N, Aline, Learns to Use His Imagination. And I can text it and write it in here. I didn't know that I was going to share this. I could give you the links for that. But if you want me to, just text me and I can send you the links for the app.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So those are the titles for the app. And that's, yeah, I will have to go to a different platform right now. I can look at, but please go ahead while I look for this. I have the app, but I have to look it in my files. I'm currently doing that. So go ahead and Eileen links. Here's the Hindi app one. I have it for Android. Hold on. And here is this is in Hindi, the Apple version as well. And do you want me to find you the English version as well?
No, that's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We can do that. As I got the links, I can search for that. So saving your time.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll just quickly collect the links from here and I'll just save it somewhere else so that I can search further later. All
okay.
Right. So is there anything else you would like to share with us or any message lastly you want to give us today?
Hold on one second. I just found them. I'm just giving you the Android link for the English version as well. I would say, like you all know, practice makes perfect, and it is a continuous work. Really realizing that we are one is all there is, and it's shining through your eyes, my eyes. It's individuality, but it's also the oneness, and we are the one dreaming mind that dreams itself into co-creation and feeds off of each other and holds, and the results that you focus on is the world that you live in. And if you want to live in heaven on earth, it's your choice. You can do that. That's what I'd like to invite us all into, and become responsible with our thoughts, even our subconscious expectations as to what we think is possible. Thank you so much. The reason why I say that is because I have people who write me and say, yes, I believe we create our own reality, but this bad government, and they're all lying to me, and they're doing this and they're doing that. And it's like, well, maybe you should imagine you have a really nice government for a while, and it may just turn out to be one sooner or later. Yeah. So we contribute. Thank you. Yeah, we contribute to the creation of whatever meets us, and yes, we live together. There's all of us contributing, but the world that you experience, that bubble around you, will reflect your choice, your primary states of thoughts and your abilities. And that's what it is. It's a mirror for us to evolve and to see what is shining, what isn't shining yet, and to take the reality check and go, okay, here I can let more love shine through me, more light, more love. That's what we're here for, to learn that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Gratitude, so much of gratitude, and namaste.
Good night, everybody. And wish you all the best. We're 10 minutes over time, but I think it's okay. Well,
That's absolutely okay. We are still waiting. We have the lots and lots of patience, and we can have you throughout to listen to your beautiful wisdom.
no, I just meant to, I don't know what the title is in English. 1 second. My book just came out, Wisdom of the Dolphins. It is in Hindi. It's available. It's called Wisdom of the Dolphin. If you go to Amazon.India and you type in my name, Ilona Selke, Ilona, as you see down below, Selke, you'll see the books that are printed in Hindi. I have 2 books out in Hindi. The children's book is also available in print, and my Wisdom of the Dolphins book. It's called Dolphin Inspiration, I think, in Hindi. In Hindi, not in English. There you can read it, and it's just got published last month, so you can go and look to Amazon.in and then get to read it in Hindi itself. It is full of these stories of how the holographic universe is interactive with our consciousness, and how dolphins are amazing angels of the sea, and how their consciousness helped me transform a lot of understanding and my own fears and become a greater being.
Thank you so much. Surely we'll share the links of your books as well, so that even our people can implement this in their daily lives as well.
Yeah, it's thank you. It's Amazon.in and then my name.
Yes, I know. We know how to search. We are very much used to search everything. So we just type your name and we get the books, and I'll share the links to my people. So
Okay.
I'll take this responsibility for sure.
Okay. All right. Good. Actually, I think India is way more advanced in the technological department than Germany is. I have to, I teach in Germany a lot, and I'm like going, oh my God, they don't even know how to do the Zoom buttons. And it's like,
All right. I'm saving all your links and copying it. Okay.
Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. I thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And I loved feeling our collective focus together here on this planet Earth tonight. And thank you for having me on this auspicious 16th of October with you. And may the blessings be. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. So Sunny garu, ఆపేసారా? స్ట్రీమింగ్ అయిపోయిందా?